Theory of equations. In previous lectures, we learned about the quadratic equations. In the quadratic equations, we have seen the relation between the coefficients of the quadratic equation and the roots of the quadratic equation. So now the theory of equation is used to find out the relation between the roots and coefficients of the polynomial equations. So consider the quadratic equation we have considered as ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. Let this quadratic equation is having the root size alpha and beta. Then we can write this quadratic equation as all x minus alpha into x minus beta equals to 0. Okay, so this quadratic equation is exists, the condition it has to satisfy that a not equals to 0. Okay, so now from this one we have written as the sum of the roots alpha plus beta as minus of x coefficient by x square coefficient and the product of the roots alpha beta as constant term by x square coefficient. So to write this one, we can write this quadratic equation as, if we take a as a common, then we can write this is as x square plus b by a times of x plus c by a equal to 0. We can write in this manner. So after writing in this manner, we are taking it as sum of the two roots alpha and beta are the, for the quadratic equation it has two roots only. Then we can take sum as the two roots alpha plus beta and product of the roots. If we extend this concept to a cubic equation, so if we extend the concept to a cubic equation, then we can write the cubic equation as, let's consider ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equal to 0. Okay, that this is the cubic equation. And if we take a as a common, then we can write this as x cube plus b by a into x square plus c by a into x plus d by a equal to 0. Let's consider for this one, okay, let's consider for this cubic equation alpha, beta and gamma are the roots. Let's consider for this equation the alpha, beta and gamma are the roots. Now we can write this is as in the form of, that means x minus alpha into x minus beta into x minus gamma equal to 0. So whereas for the quadratic equation, if alpha and beta are the roots, we can write as x minus alpha into x minus beta equals to 0. But here we obtain this is as x minus alpha into x minus beta into x minus gamma equal to 0. And now we can write this is as sum of the roots. So similarly, what is alpha plus beta plus gamma? The sum of the roots alpha plus beta plus gamma can be written as minus b by a. Okay, minus b by a. Similarly over here, that means here we are taking individual roots, one root. Individually we are taking one root and adding the each root alpha plus beta plus gamma. So we can generalize this as, what we can generalize, minus 1 power 1 into b by a. Okay, now if we take two roots at a time, I'm taking the sum of the roots. That means now we have alpha, beta, gamma. Now take two roots at a time. So from the three roots we need to select two roots. That means alpha beta, beta gamma and gamma alpha. Then we can write this is as alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha, which is equals to, then what it is here we need to consider plus minus plus minus, the alternative it will follow, plus minus it is follow. Then next we need to take it as a plus of c by a. Then we can take it as a plus of c by a. That means here minus 1 square, two roots, we are taking two roots as a at a time. The sum of the roots, two roots taken at a time, then we can write a minus 1 whole square by whole square into c by a. Now take the three roots at a time. So what is the condition if we take three roots at a time directly? Alpha, beta, gamma. Taking the three roots at a time. That means simply we obtain as a product of the roots. Then what it is product of the roots? Plus, minus, plus, minus. Here we obtain it is as a minus d by a. Minus d by a. So we can write this is as generalized as minus 1 power 3. Why? Because we are taking three roots at a time into d by a. I think you are understanding how we are taking the sum of the roots. So first one is taking the sum of the roots individually, then taking two roots at a time, sum of the product of the roots taking two at a time, and sum of the product of the roots taking three at a time. Okay, so we can understand with some another polynomial for biquadratic expression. Now we are taking the biquadratic expression a x power 4 plus b x cube plus c x square plus d x plus e equals to 0. Let we are considering for a biquadratic equation. So for this biquadratic equation, then we can write this in the form of, if we take a as a common, x power 4 plus b by a into x cube plus c by a into x square plus d by a into x plus e by a. Okay, so whatever the equation for any polynomial, if the leading coefficient, so the highest degree coefficient, highest degree of the variable, the coefficient of the highest degree of the variable is called as a leading coefficient. Okay, is called as a leading coefficient. So what is the leading coefficient? Highest degree variable. Okay, the coefficient of the highest degree of the variable. So here x power 4 is the highest degree, then variable x having the highest degree is 4 and its coefficient is a, and here a, if a is equals to 1, okay, the leading coefficient equals to 1, then that polynomial is called as monic polynomial. Okay, monic polynomial. So in the theory of equations, generally we consider the polynomials as cubic polynomial or biquadratic polynomial or whatever the polynomial it is of degree n. Okay, of degree n. Always better to make the polynomial into the monic polynomial. So that means monic polynomial means make the leading coefficient of the given polynomial as 1. Okay, now here we are making the leading coefficient as 1 over here. Okay, right. Let for this one, so biquadratic equation, so a quadratic equation will have two roots and cubic equation have three roots. Then the biquadratic equation, the what it is, the x power 4 means it have the four roots. Let the four roots as alpha, beta, gamma and delta are the roots of this biquadratic equation. Then now we need to find out the relation between the roots and the coefficients of the polynomial. Now the roots are alpha, beta, gamma and delta. The first one is sum of the roots. That means individually we need to take in one root at a time. Alpha plus beta plus gamma plus delta. The sum of the roots equal to, okay, sum of the roots. Then what we can consider it is as a alternatively. So here plus minus plus minus plus. Okay, then the sum of the roots is what it is, minus b by a. Okay, so here we are taking individually the roots, so one root at a time. Then minus 1 power 1 into b by a, we can write this as minus 1 power 1 into b by a. So now from the four roots, now take the two roots at a time and make the sum of the roots. Okay, taken two product of sum of the roots, taken two roots at a time. Okay, now I can write this is as sum of the roots taken one root at a time. Now the next one is sum of the roots taken two roots at a time. So that means here we have, it is better to consider in a circular manner. Then how we will get? First one is alpha beta, then beta gamma. Okay, then we'll obtain what it is. For example, we have 1 2 3 4, then we'll get it as a 1 2 1 3 1 4. Next 2 3 2 4, next 3 4. So that means here we get this is as the product of the roots taken two roots at a time as alpha beta gamma delta. So then we can write this is as alpha beta plus alpha gamma plus alpha delta plus beta gamma plus beta delta plus gamma delta. So here we have 6 combinations. If we take two roots at a time from the 4 roots, now we can represent this S2. Then what is S2? S2 equals to, and what it is, we are having plus minus plus, next one the plus we need to consider it as a plus C by A. So which can be generalized as minus 1 square two roots at a time into C by A. Okay, minus 1 into C by A. Okay, right. Now, so to find out why we are getting the 6 combinations over here, alpha beta, alpha gamma, alpha delta plus beta gamma, beta delta plus gamma delta. So we have totally 4 roots. From this one we need to select 2 at a time. That means 4C2. We know that 4C2, that means 4 factorial by what is 2 factorial into 4 minus 2, 2 factorial. Then we can write it as 4 factorial can be written as 4 into 3 into 2 factorial, and we can write this 2 will be cancelled out 2 times. Here we get it as a 6. So we are getting the 6 combinations. So we are getting the 6 combinations. So that's why, so we write this is as alpha beta plus alpha gamma plus alpha delta plus beta gamma plus beta delta plus delta gamma. So this can be written as sum of, okay, sum of alpha beta. So that means two roots taken at a time. Sum of alpha beta equals to minus 1 square into C by A. Now take the 3 roots at a time. Okay, product of the sum of the product of the roots taken 3 roots at a time. So that means how to find out this one? So from the 4 roots we need to select 3 roots. Okay, from the available 4 roots we need to select 3 roots, NCR. So n is the total number, R is the selection. That means 4C3, which is equals to 4. That means here we get this is as a 4. That means alpha beta gamma delta. If we consider in this manner, the first one is alpha beta gamma, next one is beta gamma delta, next start with gamma, gamma delta alpha, next start with delta alpha beta. So that means here we can write this is as alpha beta gamma plus, now start with beta, beta gamma delta plus, now start with gamma, gamma delta alpha in a circular way, then start with delta, delta alpha. Okay, then we can write as delta alpha beta, delta alpha beta. Now these are the from the 4 roots, available 4 roots, taking 3 roots at a time and product and sum. Then we can write this is as S3. Okay, sum of the product of the roots. Okay, sum of product of the roots taken 3 roots at a time. Okay, are you getting? Taken 3 roots at a time, and we can write this is as, so what is our equation? We have over here, it is as the equation we have as, so x power 4. Okay, C by A is over. Next one is 3 root means D by A. So for this D by A we are obtaining it is as a minus. For this D by A we are obtaining this as a minus. Plus minus, okay, sorry, okay, plus minus plus minus, and we are having 3 by A. So otherwise no need to confuse. Then 3 roots taken at a time. Then we can write this is as in general as, so D by, so what is D by A? We can write this is as D by A. So but this is minus D by A. How we are obtaining minus D by A? Minus 1 power 3. Why? Because we are taking 3 roots at a time into d by a. Okay, into d by a. Okay, so next taken 4 roots at a time. That means 4c4 means one way only. Then 4 roots at a time means alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Simply we are taking all the roots at a time means we obtain this as a product of the roots. Generally it is represented with S4. Okay, then which is equals to minus 1 power 4 into E by A. Okay, minus 1 power 4 into E by A. So I think you understand how we are obtaining. Just I am summarize over here again. Okay, summarize over here again. So for a quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. We can write the sum of the roots. Alpha, beta are the roots. Okay, alpha, beta are the roots. Then we can write the sum of the roots is plus minus plus. So that means what it is, minus b by a, and the product of the roots, which is nothing but c by a. So which can be written as minus 1 power 1. Why? Because we are taking single roots at a time. Then it is 2 roots at a time. Minus 1 square by c by a. So this is for quadratic equation. Then what is the cubic equation? Ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equals to 0. Okay, now what it is? We can write this in the monic polynomial as x cube plus b by a into x square plus c by a into x plus d by a equals to 0, and plus minus has to be taken alternatively. Plus minus plus minus. Okay, these has to be taken alternatively. Okay, right. Then let's alpha, beta, gamma are the roots. It have 3 roots. Then sum of the roots alpha plus beta plus gamma equals to minus 1 power 1 into b by a. That means minus b by a. Then 2 roots taken at a time, alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. Why? Because here from the 3 we are selecting 2. That means 3c2. 3c2 is nothing but 3. So that's why we are getting the 3 combinations. Minus 1 square into c by a. That means here we will get it as a plus, and taken 3 roots at a time, alpha, beta, gamma. Then minus 1 power 3 into d by a. Okay, right. Now if we take the biquadratic equation. Okay, now if we take the biquadratic equations, what it is? Ax power 4 plus bx cube plus cx square plus dx plus e equals to 0. Then we can write in the manner monic polynomial as x power 4 plus b by a x cube plus c by a x square plus d by a x plus e by a equals to 0. Let it having the root size alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Then the sum of the roots taken individually, alpha plus beta plus gamma, minus 1 power 1 into b by a. Next, 2 roots, sum of alpha, beta. Here we'll get 6 combinations. 2 roots taken at a time, minus 1 square by into c by a, and taken 3 roots, alpha, beta, gamma. So here we'll get the 4c3 means 4 combinations, minus 1 power 3 into d by a, and taken all the roots at a time. That means alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Product of the roots is minus 1 power 4 into e by a. Now we can apply this. Similarly, we can apply this for nth degree polynomial. Okay, degree of n. Okay, the polynomial degree of n also. Now we will see the generalization of the relation between the roots of polynomial, nth degree polynomial, and the coefficients of the polynomial. Okay, now we consider the statements for the nth degree polynomial. A naught into x power n plus a1 into x power n minus 1 plus a2 into x power n minus 2 plus a3 into x power n minus 3 and so on plus an, where n is the constant term, equals to 0. Like that, what it is? X power 4, ax power 4 plus bx cube plus cx square plus dx plus e equals to 0. So that means here the powers of x are decreasing up to a constant term. Be an nth degree polynomial equation where a naught not equals to 1 and a naught not equals to 0. Okay, if a naught equals to 0, that will be a n minus 1 degree polynomial. Now then next, a naught, a1, the coefficients are real numbers, and consider the roots alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3 and alpha n or be the n roots of the given polynomial equation. Then we can write as sum of the roots. That means what is the sum of the roots? We can write the first one, sum of the roots alpha 1 plus alpha 2 plus alpha 3 and so on plus alpha n. Okay, the sum of the roots can be written as, so where summation of alpha I, where I equals to 1 to n. Okay, if I is equals to 1, alpha 1 plus 2, we can obtain this is as in this manner. Then we can write this is as, so how we obtain the sum of the roots just before, that means alpha plus beta plus gamma plus delta. We write this as minus 1 power 1. Next, but it is x minus 1, x power n minus 1 coefficient by x power n coefficient, that means b by a. Similarly, we can write this as minus 1 power 1. Okay, we can write this as minus 1 power 1 into a1 by a naught. Okay, a1 by a naught. Okay, now similarly we can write it as sum of the roots. Okay, product of sum of the roots taken two roots at a time. Okay, taken two roots at a time. That means here we can write this as summation of two roots alpha 1 into alpha 2. That means two are different, alpha I into alpha j, where I not equals to j. Okay, I not equals to j, but I equals to 1 to j equals to 1 to n, where I not equals to j. So that means alpha 1 into alpha 2 plus alpha 1 into alpha 3 and so on. We can write this is as minus 1 power 2 roots taken at a time, minus 1 square into the next coefficient, what is a2 by a naught. Okay, minus 1 square into a2 by a naught. Now the next one, taken 3 roots at a time, this can be written as s2, and the taken 3 roots at a time, that means alpha beta gamma. That means 3 roots are different, alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3. The 3 are different roots. Then we can write it as I not equals to j not equals to k, but this starts with 1 to n. So this can be written as minus 1 power 3 roots at a time, then a3 by a naught. Okay, x power n minus 3 coefficient by the x power n coefficient a naught. In the similar way we can write as, so in the similar way we can write as, finally the sum of the product of the roots taken all at a time, that means Sn, the sum of the product of the roots taken at a time, that directly means, that means we can write this as alpha 1 into alpha 2 into alpha 3 and so on alpha n. The product can be written as pi of I equals to 1 to n only alpha I. That means it is the product of the roots taken all the roots at a time equals to minus 1 power n into the constant term a n over here by the coefficient of x power n term a naught. Okay, so I think you understand how to find out the relation between the coefficients of, okay, the coefficients of polynomial, the coefficients of a polynomial to the roots of the equation, to the roots of the equation. So this is the way of finding the relation between the coefficients of the polynomial to roots of the equation. For example, if I consider over here, then consider 3x power 17 plus 9x power 4 minus 11 equals to 0. This is a polynomial equation is given of degree 17 and asking us to find the product of the roots. Okay, asking us to find the product of the roots. How to find the product of the roots? How to find the product of the roots? Product of the roots means simply the constant term. Here it is nothing but the product of the roots. What we are obtaining? Constant term by the leading coefficients. Okay, constant terms by the leading coefficients. Then here we obtain the product of the roots minus 1 power n. Here n is nothing but 17 into the constant term. What is the constant term? Minus 11 by, okay, that means a n by a naught. What is a naught? coefficient of the leading coefficients. A naught is nothing but over here it is 3. Okay, then we obtain minus 1 power 17 is minus of minus 11 by 3. It is nothing but 11 by 3. So if a polynomial equation of any degree, okay, is given, then we can find the product of the roots in this manner. Now we will understand with few more examples. Now consider the question: if alpha, beta, gamma are the roots of 4x cube minus 6x square plus 7x plus 3 equals to 0, then find alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. We have seen that just before. What it is: ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equals to 0. Then we can, if it is having alpha, beta, gamma are the roots, then we can write alpha plus beta plus gamma. The sum of the roots is minus of what it is, b by a, and taken two roots at a time. Alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha equals to what it is, plus minus plus minus. Now the next one is plus. Plus means it is c by a. Next, taken three roots at a time, alpha, beta, gamma. Then what it is, three roots at a time, minus d by a. I think you understand this concept. Now simply use this concept over here. And here we have 4x cube minus 6x square plus 7x plus 3 equals to 0. Let this is having the root size alpha, beta, gamma. Then we can write the sum of the roots, alpha plus beta plus gamma equals to minus of plus minus of what it is, b is nothing but minus 6 by 4, which is equals to 6 by 4. Next, the product of sum of the product of the roots taken two roots at a time. That means alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. From the three total roots, we need to select two roots at a time. 3c2 means we get the three conditions. That means alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha equals to minus 1 square. Two roots means minus 1 square. So that means plus. So what it is, plus minus plus into 7. Okay, plus 7 by 4, which is equals to 7 by 4. Then what is the product of the roots? Alpha, beta, gamma. Taken three roots at a time. Only one condition. 3c3 means one condition. Minus. Okay, we'll get it as a minus. Minus 3 by constant term. 3 by x power 3 coefficient minus 3 by 4, and we obtain the three conditions. But here the question is asking us alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. Then what is the solution? Alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha equals to, we are obtaining this is as 7 by 4. 7 by 4. Now the next question is, if 1 alpha are the roots of x cube minus 6x square plus 9x minus 4 equals to 0, then find alpha. Okay, he has given that a cubic equation, just what we have seen, ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equals to 0. If this have alpha, beta, gamma as the roots, then we can write the sum of the roots as minus b by a, and the product of the sum of the roots taken two roots at a time, alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha equals to c by a, and the product of all the roots taken at a time is minus d by a. Okay, so this is the concept known to us. And here he has given x cube minus 6x square plus 9x minus 4 equals to 0. But the roots he has given as 1 alpha. Okay, 1 alpha. So now the sum of the roots, 1 plus alpha equals to minus of b by a. So minus of what is b? If we compare with b is minus 6 by a is equals to 1, we obtain this is as 6. And the product of the roots, what it is? Alpha beta, that means 1 into 1 plus 1 into alpha plus alpha into 1 alpha equals to 9. Okay, then the product of the roots, taken 3 roots at a time. 1 into 1 into alpha, 1 into 1 into alpha is nothing but alpha equals to what is minus d by a, minus of minus 4. D is nothing but minus 4 equals to 4. That implies the question is asking us to find the alpha. Then alpha equals to 4. Okay, alpha equals to 4. That means this cubic equation having the 3 roots, one is one root, another one is another root, and another root is 4. That means if we obtain x minus 1 into x minus 1 into x minus 4 equals to 0, this is nothing but our required condition. Then what is alpha equals to 4? Either you can do it in any manner. So what it is, the first one, sum of the roots, what we can obtain this as 2 plus alpha equals to 6. From this one also alpha equals to 4, and this one is nothing but 2 alpha equals to 8, and from this one also we obtain this alpha equals to 4. Okay, you can consider any one. So sum of the roots, other the best solution is consider the product of the roots. The product of the roots is nothing but, so we can consider over here plus minus plus minus. Product of the roots is nothing but constant term by the leading coefficient. So minus of the constant term is minus 4, minus of minus 4, 1 into 1 into alpha, 1 into 1 into alpha is the product of all the roots. I think you understand how we are solving the relation between the coefficients of the given polynomial and the roots of the given polynomial equation. And the next question, if the product of the roots of 4x cube plus 16x square minus 9x minus a equals to 0 is 9. Okay, he has given that the product of the roots are 9. Then find a. He hasn't given the constant term in this one. So just we have seen that what it is. Again I am repeating. Ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is a cubic equation. Then alpha, beta, gamma are the roots. We can write it as sum of the root size minus b by a, and sum of the roots taken 2 at a time. Alpha, beta plus beta, gamma plus gamma. Alpha equals to c by a, and product of the roots is minus d by a. And here the product of the roots, here for this cubic equation, what he has given, 4x cube plus 16x square minus 9x minus a equals to 0. The product of the roots, okay, product of the roots he hasn't given. Whatever it is, the product of the roots, the last condition, product of the roots is minus of constant term by the what is exponent coefficient, here x cube coefficient, that means minus of minus a by 4 equals to what is given, the product of the root size 9. So that implies, so minus of minus a, that means a by 4 equals to 9. Then here the a must be equals to 36. Here the a equals to 36. What is the value of a? 36. So this is the way of finding the relations between the coefficients of the given polynomial and roots of the given polynomial equation. In the next lecture we come with more problems to understand this theory of equations.